And today we have Mario Trotta as the HMC and Richard DeSimone as the Realtor. Action.
Hey Rich, good to finally meet you. Put a face to the name. I'm sorry I wasn't at the closing, Miller closing. I know everything went well. I know that everything went well, but I wish I was there. Unfortunately, these days I don't have much time to get out of the office, so I'm glad that we made the time today to sit down and speak. I know that last time we spoke, you said that you were a Yankee fan, so took the liberty of going to purchase you a Yankee hat. I didn't know what size you were, so I went ahead and I bought every single size that there was. So you could take a pick. I thought that maybe you'd enjoy that. Keep it on your mantle and think of me.
Thank you very much. It's very nice of you.
Yeah, that's it. So, getting down to it, you've had a phenomenal 2010. I read about you. You were a platinum agent. What do you think that you attribute your success to?
I think I attribute it to a lot of hard work. Obviously, being in the commission industry, there's no limits as to what you can make, and the only way you can really make it is if you get out there and do the work and the business and see as many clients as you can. So I try to get myself and my name out there as much as I can, and it's paid off for me.
How do you feel that what do you feel that 2011 is going to bring?
I think 2011 is going to be a very trying year with the economy, in the state that it is. I think that, home sales aren't going to be what we've been used to in the past and what we've been spoiled with. So I think in order to do the numbers that I did last year, I think, I'm going to have to kind of do things a little bit differently than I did last year, which is really why I was interested in meeting with you. I know we had a great meeting. We worked on the Miller closing together. I was very impressed.
Everything was done over the phone, unfortunately. Like I said, we haven't met face to face, but same reason why I'm here today. I think 2011 is going to be the year that separates the men from the boys. And what I personally do every year is I reevaluate the year prior. And when I went through my numbers for 2010, I actually noticed that 95% of my business came from past referrals. So I looked at my numbers and I said, okay, well, I have 15, 20 realtors that I'm working with, and why aren't these numbers coming from the realtors? And what I've realized was that the realtors that I work with, it's not that they stopped using me or stopped referring me. 2010 was a tough year, and I feel like they just didn't have the business. So when I went to reevaluate, I said, okay, look, this year I need to align myself with top agents, people that are standing out in the crowd. I read about you. I know that you said that you're interested in working with me as well, but before I decided to come and meet with you, I did some research. And I think in personal life, opposites attract, but in business, like attracts like. Do you agree?
I do.
So we handled the Miller closing. I felt that you were an intricate part in getting that deal closed. We closed in 35 days. Not saying that 100% of that success fell on you, but you certainly kept the deal together, which is what I was most impressed about. So 2011, I need to align myself with the top realtors such as yourself. So I'm here today to show you that I think I could be an asset and help improve your business. Even though we're expecting a down year, I think I could help your numbers increase. Is it something that you may be interested in listening to?
Absolutely. I would agree.
So what I did was, actually, if you don't mind, I'd like to take a few notes and just find out who you're currently working with and what you would expect of a mortgage lender moving forward.
Sure. Well, as of right now, I'm not really working with anyone, and
So no one specific.
no one specific. I used to refer in the past, and what I felt was when I referred people, it was a reflection of myself. And if they didn't do the job or put in, do the right job by the client, it was a bad reflection on me for referring them. So I really have held off on referring anyone.
So you're not working with anyone at the moment?
Not right
I'm a
now.
little bit shocked to hear that. Usually someone in your position, they have a go-to person, even though it's not somebody that they would say is the best, you're usually, I like to say, dating a few lenders. So is it important for you to be in control of the deal? Do you feel that if you had a team in place that worked harder, that you'd maybe be able to increase your business?
Well, it's not that I haven't referred in the past. I had a few people I worked with in the past, and not really so much that I need to be in control of the deal, but I want to feel comfortable giving the referral, and the people who I was using in the past, they were just dropping the ball on the deal. So I just thought it'd be best for me just to, you know, to stick with the real estate, do that the best I can, and let the borrowers handle the mortgages themselves.
And you found that there hasn't been any hiccups in closing files when you don't know who the person is on the other end? Or?
I think there are definitely some hiccups, and I think there's a lack of communication because now whoever the loan officers are or the mortgage bankers, they have no obligation to keep me in the loop. So that in turn, you know, gives me, I have a hard time keeping the attorneys and everyone involved in the loop. And you know, it's important for everyone to know where the deal was. You know, when we had worked on the Miller file, you know, and one of the reasons why I was so excited about this meeting myself is that you did a great job of keeping me in the loop throughout the whole process. So you really kind of changed my mind about, you know, the possibility of working with another lender.
Okay. So the loan status is what is the reason why I'm here today, or why I at least got the opportunity to sit down and speak with you.
Basically, it definitely caught my attention.
Okay. I want to say something, and I don't want it to sound arrogant. I want you to take it as a compliment because that's how it's intended. I'm in a fortunate position that I don't need to work with every realtor. I don't need to work with every attorney. I'm not looking to work with 90% of the realtors in your office that do 20% of the business. I want to focus my attention on more into the one-on-one relationship where it's you and I. Let's come up with a plan together, how I can help you, how you can help me. If this is going to be a marriage, because like I said, I feel like the people that you work with is dating. And I want to be the one that you want to spend the rest of your career with. So in order to do that, I think a marriage has to be give and take, okay? I'm not looking for you to just supply deals and never hear from me. I want to increase your business just as much as I want to see your business, as much as I want to see my business increase. So what I've done was I prepared a little book for you, and you can use this as bathroom material. It's your copy, so you can get it dirty. But basically what's included in here are some of my stats, okay? I know you're a sports guy, so I put together a list of percentages of my pre-approvals to real deals, my ratio of real deals to funded deals, the variety of products and programs that I've closed with. So you can see how many FHA loans I've closed, jumbo loans, Sony May, VA, just so you can get an idea of the, not only the array of products that we offer, but the fact that I know how to put the client into the right program. Also included is going to be customer surveys. I pride myself on customer surveys. I'm 100% across the board for the majority. I think that's important for you so that you can see what kind of customer loyalty I'm getting as well. Also included is going to be testimonials from clients and other top referral sources such as yourself. And I've taken the liberty of printing out flyers for your open house this upcoming weekend. I hope you find it useful.
Oh, thank you.
Other than being kept in the loop, what other things would you like to see from a mortgage lender?
Well, you know, going back on what you said, you had mentioned a marriage and a you know, not just being a one-way street.
Right.
You know, I feel like if there was a way that I could get referrals back, I think that would be, you know, something that I would like as well.
Okay.
So maybe, you know, instead of just
So
me
you're
referring
current-
all my clients to you, maybe, you know, it being a two-way street and you referring some clients back to me.
So right now, you're not getting any additional, because you're not committed to any one particular person, so you're not getting any additional business,
No,
and that's important to you.
it'd be nice. You know, I always said that if I work hard enough, I wouldn't need to rely on anyone else to send me business, but it would still be nice.
Like I said, I do my research before I sit down with anyone. And the area that you excel in is this part of Manhattan. I'm actually signing what's called the Corporate Advantage Program. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it's basically where Wells Fargo goes in with a team of people. I have my own team. I don't leave things to chance. I don't like using random attorneys. I don't like using random title companies. I'm a control freak. I need everything done my way, and it just seems to help the process go a lot smoother for me. So I appreciate the fact that you don't feel that it's that important, but I do. I think it's important for me to stay, keep my ear to the ground and see who's doing what kind of business. So I feel that you would be a great fit for this Corporate Advantage Program. It's 100 employees. It's called Access Securities. They're traders. young guys, 25 to 45. They're all, March is coming up, so they're all expecting their year-end bonuses. And I'm gonna be the first person that they come to for pre-approvals. I already have a realtor, I already have a title company in place, I have an attorney in place, and I would love for you to represent as a realtor. Not sure if it's something you'd be interested in,
Wow.
but I think it could be good and help excel, especially when you're looking to add numbers for 2011.
That sounds great.
Okay. Any other areas of concern for you? What would it take, I mean, like I said, I'm sure you have people coming in and out every day, so there hasn't been anyone to catch your eye or at least make you feel comfortable enough to be the main go-to person. So what else would you need to be comfortable with saying, hey, listen, here's the guy, he's the best there is?
You know, I think the most important thing comes down to, you know, my clients getting the best customer service out there. This way, you know, like I said earlier, it's not a poor reflection upon who I refer. So if I refer, for instance, I was working with someone from Bank of America, it came to a point where I didn't feel comfortable referring them anymore because my customers would come back with a lot of complaints. Interest rates weren't as what they promised. Borrowers weren't being able to be approved for the loans, even though they were pre-approved with the same bank, and closings, you know, closing dates weren't being met on time. So
the real reason why you're not working with somebody specific is because you haven't had that client come to you yet and say, thank you for that referral. It was a great experience and it fell on you.
exactly.
Okay. Getting back to, I know that you had just mentioned about closing on time. Wells Fargo actually offers an on-time closing guarantee. So based off of the contract date, if we can't close by that time, Wells Fargo will actually pay the client's first mortgage. So we're definitely committed to keeping the process flowing, making sure that the clients are happy and that we meet these contract dates. We know that one sale leads to the sale of another, and it's a chain effect. So we really make sure that things are getting done in a timely fashion. The beauty about my program is that it holds all parties accountable. And I'm not speaking about just the borrower, but the listing agent, the selling agent, the seller's attorney, realtor. When I put out there that an item has been requested for a condo documentation, I let all parties know, hey, listen, this is when I've requested it, so it's not on me. If it takes a management company 6 weeks to get back to me, and we wonder where the delays lie, it's easy. Everything of mine is very transparent. I request documents from a borrower, you see the day that I request them, you see the day that I get them back. So when somebody does come to me and say, look, closing is delayed, I can then go back and go, okay, well, where does this fall on me? So I think that that's what you're looking for, some sort of security and something to be comfortable with. So the system that I have in place, which originally attracted you to me, I think that's going to be a useful tool moving forward. Look, what I'm really looking for here is one shot. If you have a deal or something that you're working on now, I would love the opportunity. I'll sit down with you, I'll sit down with your client. Let me review it and tell you what I can do. I'll give you fast no's. If it's something that I don't think is going to work out, or if I think it's something that is going to reflect poorly upon me just because I'm trying to get something through the system, I won't take the deal. Like I said, I'm not in a position where I need every single deal. I want the deals that I can foresee are going to go smoothly. That's going to give you the best interpretation of how I do business. We just closed the deal together. Were there certain issues that you weren't aware of? Absolutely. But we held it together, you being who you are, me being who I am, and the deal went smoothly. So what I would like is, at the end of the day, if you have something that you'd like to show me or walk through me, I'd love to take a look and see if it's something that I can get done.
Sure, I would love the opportunity to work with you again. The first deal was a pleasure, but just one question. You had mentioned that you like the deals that go smoothly. What about the deals that you feel can still go close but might not go as smooth? Do you turn those deals down? Or
Absolutely not, but I will definitely set proper expectations. If you give me a client that I speak to, they call me on Monday, they say they have some things to look into, they call me on Friday, I request documents, I see that they don't come in 3 to 4 days, you're gonna get a phone call immediately. And not just because I can't control the client, I'm not looking to yell at people, but I will let you know right from the beginning, listen, here's what's being requested, it's not coming in, this can cause delays later. At that point, I would expect you, as a partner of mine, to at least try to get involved to push the deal along. I'm not saying that every deal goes smoothly. To be honest with you, some of my most loyal clients and referral sources came from the deals that did not go smoothly. We're in a business that things happen. Appraisal issues come up. It's about how you handle them and setting proper expectations for the clients. And I think that that's the most important thing. What I will tell you is if I don't see something going smoothly, I will tell you that this is how I see it right from the beginning, early on. I don't like surprises. Does that answer your question?
Absolutely, yep, I appreciate that.
So if you have a deal now, we could take a look at it just to kind of get, I'd like you to understand my thought process. So if you have a client and you know what kind of employment they have and what they're looking for, I can tell you early on what could be issues, what should not be an issue, et cetera. Does that sound like something that you'd want to do? Do you
Sure.
have a few minutes now?
I do, I actually have someone coming in about 20 minutes, if you'd like to sit down and meet with them as well.
I do, and actually, I also have here a pre-approval from one of the CAP programs. It's for a small deal, 1.7 million. They're gonna be looking in the Upper West Side, and I thought that you'd be a perfect fit for them. So here's a pre-approval, they're expecting your call, et cetera, et cetera.
Terrific, thank you.
Okay, and look, let's take a look at this deal, and then what I'd like to do is maybe schedule a lunch for sometime next week, follow up and see what's transpired and how we can go from there. Maybe do joint marketing or something along those lines. But take a few days, really think about what you want to see from me. I'll do the same, and we'll put our minds together and we'll come up with a good plan for 2011.
Sounds good, Mario.
Wonderful.
Thank you.